Hi everyone, I've decided I'm going to use these leaves and scraps in front of me, bits and pieces, not all of them because I can use them for other things, but I'm going to make a bird's nest. What I have here is a piece of sponge that I just kept cutting at until I got a sort of little bird nest kind of shape, so I'm hoping to use that later. I'm sure that'll help. We'll see. Now I'm a bit, making it up. Don't really know. I've got a piece here of wool felt that's a nice orange. I thought it'd be nice for the inside. And I'm wanting something so that it'll, I think what I'll do is cut sort of a circle first and then maybe cut some shapes out of it and do it flattish. We'll see. I'm really not sure. Not the best scissors, but you get it. Right, so it's like that. So start by taking the corners off. Who knows? Alright, so if I wanted that to sort of come up around it like that, I think I'd have to cut some of that out. So I just think, what kind of a shape do I want? Yeah, I'm going to start with, I don't know, I'm just going to cut out a little eye shape. Just see what happens there. Alright, but it's more of a, like that, I think. I'm going to go with it. I think something like that's going to be okay. Don't really know. So we'll make it work. We always do. One more. Yeah, maybe a few more. Who knows? Make a smaller one. See if that helps. Right, I've got a piece there. I'm going to call that the inside. I could put something on that, and then I'm going to swap it over and do the outside. And I'm going to stick mainly to these edges, and then later on I'm going to try and meld them into a shape, and we'll see how we go, because it's a mystery. Right, I've got my trusty sponge there, so I'm going to pop it on that. And which one did I say was, oh, look at that, isn't that pretty? That's the inside. Alright, we'll do that first. We'll just put something on it so it's got something there. Oh. Right, let's find some goodies. I think this stuff's going to be perfect, so I'm just going to tease it out a little bit. It's already got all of that variation in it, this yarn. So I'm just going to do that. Because what are nests made of? It's of grass or leaves or all kinds, really. So that's what we're going to try and achieve. There, we'll do something like that. Now, if you haven't seen me needle felt before, this is a felting needle and it has little barbs on it, and they trap they pick up those little little fibers, shall we say, and it'll push it through that felt and into the sponge. And with a stabbing like that, so with a stabbing motion like this, in and out, you're sending bits of that through. And I'm using wool, so wool to wool works really good, or to acrylic felt, or to lots of things. And I'm not going to worry too much if I go over the edge of these little cutouts. You'll see why soon. Now this little bit of my filming didn't work, and I wanted to show you the reason we're doing this is we're using up some of the leaves we've made previously. We've made woolen felted leaves and silk paper leaves. You'll find those videos previous to this one. But also I'm wanting to say I'm using some of these little bits of fragments now. I can take some wool roving, put it out finely like that, and trap those leaves underneath because they will felt through. So I can just go like this. And it's almost like stapling that thing down because the wool is going through. So that's my first step. I'm just going to do a little bit more of that and call that sorted for now. Let's see our bits and pieces. I've just got a fine layer of wool roving over top of that, and I can punch it through. Now if that was the center of our nest, there's something pretty to look into, not just that felt. So I should probably do a bit up as well, but let's get on to the front. Let's have a look at this first. Can you see how bits of what we've done have punched through? That's what we're after. That's what that needle does. And the other thing I would like to say is when you do, you can buy these, 5 together in a handle and things like that. It doesn't need to be one by one. But as long as you go in the same way as you come out. If you go in sideways, come out sideways. If you go in one way and then try and bend it and bring it out, that's when your needle will snap. So that's much better. Okay, so what pretty bits have we got that we're thinking about? Thinking about you. Love it. Okay. We're just going to use a bit of stuff. There's another one of those leaves. One of them on, I think. And what did I just see before on the floor? I wonder if that would work. That'd be cool. Who knows? But then you just experiment and you find things that work. I do like a tiny bit of zachary colour. I wonder if that will work. I think we could get that to work and hold it in. Okay. So, more stuff. Oh no, not more of that. That's enough. Oh, there's gold there. I like the gold. Uh-oh. There's a bit there. That's a bit of felt. It's very well felted. I must have done that, but I can't just tear it. I'm going to have to get some scissors. But quite like that. So another piece of felt could also go down. That's not a worry. We're attaching those two pieces of felt together. And I'll put another little bit somewhere. Okay. I'm assuming a bird's nest just has loads of bits and pieces. You don't ever see a full anything much, do you? It's a glimpse of something in there that they've used. So I'm not going to be too worried. That's not going to go so well, but I love the lacy edge to that. That's what we're after, I think. I'll be putting some little bits of this silk that we made on the leaf, that kind of thing, in, and some other colours on top, but we're very hodgepodgey in our colour at the moment, so I'm going to fix that. I'll bring in some very fine layers of wool roving. See, I brought some rusty colour and orange as well to blend it. And right now I'm just going to show you this. This is one of those multi-pronged needles, but I find them not very good in this instance. It's just sort of not as easy for me because I'm trying to get things down first. You could put that later maybe, but I'm wanting to sort of make things go where I want them to and not just punch through. So it'll add up in layers, very fine layers, and we'll pop some little bits in there that we like, but I think it's looking pretty good. Whenever you have trouble putting anything in, just put a little bit of wool roving over top and use that to trap it down. So use your yarns if they're wool yarns. Sometimes even ones that have got some wool and something else in will still go through. Sometimes blends, you can get silk and wool blends, and just try it. Now let's just see if we can visualize a bit better how it's going to go. See those little bits that I cut out? I'm going to fold them over each other, and I'm going to put some more wool roving over those bits, and hopefully what we'll do is we'll end up with a really nice little shape that's reminiscent of a bird nest. That's the idea. And those lovely leaves that we made, the felted leaves, they're all in there. Feather, bits and bobs, and it really does end up looking great. But we've still got to work out how we're going to make this turn into a proper shape, and that's going to be, I think, part 2. We've made a brave start, and I'll continue to find little bits and pieces to add in there, but shaping it, that's going to be the real test. Let's finish now. I really do hope you've liked this video and that you watch the second part as I try and come up with turning this into a nest, a 3-dimensional nest. Don't forget, if you've liked this one, don't forget to subscribe to my channel, press like, and see you next time.